I've drank a lot of fucking beer in my lifetime, that's for sure. Many times to an excess that I'm not too proud of the fucked up shitty situations that I've managed to fist fuck my way into. I've learned a lot along the way though. I'll share that knowledge with you if it can prevent a fucking drunken grease fire. If it doesn't, you are the fucking grease fire.
Of myself, man. I done accomplished so much at Batman. It is unbelievable. I brought all of it to life. People really know what's going on and it's recognized. And this was the thing I just had, and I've had it in me. And this is what God is doing for me in front of y'all. That's why I don't have time to worry about, anything else. I got time to focus on me and what God is doing with me. That's why God said, keep your eyes on me. Like I said, every action I take, God backs me 100%. Like I said, I'm never in the wrong. And they work hard for something. I mean, you have to respect that. So
About
again,
that.
I'm completely in the right. I always am, always have been, right? I have a genius mind, intellect, strength. I knew that I had these abilities, and
Just gonna
I
let
was
it
confident
run.
enough to believe in myself and know that I could do this. That I could. I had the vision this entire time. That's why it's no surprise for me the point that I'm at. Maybe for some of you folks, it's a little bit of a surprise, but for me, I've been knowing that I could do this probably my entire life. You know what I mean? But I for sure have been knowing I could do this lately. I just been knowing. I just knew, like, I don't know. I knew what I was doing. You know what I mean? I've been doing internet radio for a long time, and everything alluded to Batman. Like I said, if you actually study like anything on social media with me, you'll see these signs and symbols of the Batman concept alluding to it over and over. That I knew it was Batman. It's surreal. It's crazy, and that's the whole thing. Anything that I go through, to me, I try to take it as part of the experience. It's just I've been through enough. I'm doing the best I can at my job. This is my job, and I operate on a different level, man. I'm dealing with issues and things, and whether it be corporate America, the government, Illuminati, Freemasonry. I shut down male and female witches coven. I shut down all the Freemasons. I defeated Illuminati financially and every and in the street in reality. Pretty much won against everybody. Not pretty much, I did, right? In every aspect, all across the board. So, you know, I mean, hold on. So, at the end of the day, this is my favorite part of the day when I get to go on my walk. I like my walk time. When I get to my walk time, I know I had a good day. I know I made it. And then after this, it's just trying to chill out and recuperate and take it easy and rest every day. It's gonna be the same plan every day. Yeah. Nothing you can do about it.
Go where it must.
But that's my thing. I can run this business anywhere. I can do this anywhere. I'd have to bring my suits or figure out how to order this stuff to create new suits. But you know, I pretty much can do this anywhere. I can set up shop in any city, any state. And that's why I know when God gives me all this money, good luck, man. 30 on my wrist, got your piss, right? Oh man, mansion, estate, billions in equity, over 2,000 jewelry. My own car lot, I pay over $100 for it every month. My own website worth almost $2,000. All of my own accord, my own hard work, built everything with my bare hands. Mineral rights, oil royalties. In the middle of a stock settlement lawsuit for having over 70,000 shares of a stock called That Partis, and it was over 70,000, so it was like 70,000 something. Like it might have been 71. Hold on.
Hold up. John Cole, skip. RTS.
It's a lot of stuff to own. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. I mean, that's a lot of success and a lot of wealth for one man. I mean, that's a lot, especially for a 36-year-old. I'm only 36, I believe. I think I just turned 36 July 21st.
Jesus
I'll be
Christ.
losing track. 4 years till I'm 40 years old. Like I said, I mean, I'm not trying to explain myself to people who are the enemy. Like, if you want to be the enemy, you're going to lose. Like I said, you go against me, you go against God. And people think I'm joking. I'm not joking about anything. Like I said, take a look at the long list of all my enemies from the past. Anyone that went against me got karma. Straight up, they all got what was coming to them. Every single one of them. Like I said, evil people get what they deserve in this world. It just is what it is. I don't even have to lift a finger. I just do God's will. Like I said, I shouldn't even be here. I'm here to haunt. That's what y'all don't get. I'm a spirit. I got the Holy Spirit within me. You feel me? So, like I said, we have different goals. Y'all want to talk about money and cars and clothes and whatever? I mean, be my guest. I don't care about none of that stuff. I already did all that. I did all that a long time ago. See, that's the thing. I did that for real on a level that you've never reached. So you would think you can't tell me anything. You should be listening and trying to learn from me, right? I did that in my 20s. I was a multimillionaire when I left and went, after high school, right after, self-made. I could build a business out of anything. It's like they said in with Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street, sell me this pen. I can actually do that. That's what y'all don't get. I've used this skill my entire life, and I've worked on it and honed my craft more and more all these years. So like I said, I was able to panhandle my way through the whole state of Florida. Like, real talk. I don't know why you folks act like you're saying something. You know what I mean? Like, it's just very odd. Like, real talk. Like, there's a lot more I could say that I've done in my life, but I'll go ahead and be quiet. You know what I mean? I've done a lot in my life, bro. Like I said, I've done things y'all couldn't even fathom and imagine. You know what I mean? So I live like that for real. You call it whatever you want. Call it
Suck
crazy.
dudes off
Call
for
it whatever.
cash.
That's cool. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? But for me personally, I don't know. I just know that I'm Batman. I know that I'm a soldier for God. My name is exactly what I am. I'm Achilles reincarnated. You can tell by looking at me. Look at my hair. Like, why would it all shape itself just like this? Like I told you, I had to make sure the hair didn't get in my eyes. So it
'Cause you're
naturally just
fucking
looks like Achilles.
retarded.
Come on, bro. That happened by
That's why.
nothing is a coincidence, but that just kind of happened. That's what I'm saying. This is God's plan.
Yeah, you took
I
a
know I'm
razor
Achilles
to your
reincarnated.
forehead to make
I
yourself
was Achilles.
look like a
So all the
dumbass.
stories they talk about, everything, like I'm the center character in all of history. This is why they had Kanye West say that and steal my quote. You know what I mean? Like I said, they're trying to get ahead and say the things that they know I'm going to say that are actually true for me.
The
See
hair
what I'm saying?
flex.
But it's just the truth. I'm the center character in history. I've probably reincarnated quite a few times, and they say that some of the readings and downloads and stuff, they say you've done this before. You know what I mean? So I don't think
That
this is my
guy.
first rodeo at all. I really don't, which is pretty amazing
What are
for a spirit power.
lives?
We are
You
at
know,
a buck
so,
and a
I
half
mean,
speed.
it is. You know, so I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, one of them said I was the sun god reincarnated. I never claimed to be God. I just don't like it. Like, I respect God and his power. I'm not trying to be God. I don't want to be God, but they keep alluding to it, so it's weird. They said God in the human form. They said you're turning into a god. You're God's favorite. So I mean, that's fine. I guess it makes sense. Could be synonymous, but I just don't like it because I'm all about God. And I am not God. God is God, and God has done a lot for me, and I think that that's a whole lot deeper than consciousness. There's a God. God is real, and I am not God. I am a vessel he may be using, right? But yeah, I'm
But
not trying to be God.
he told Wofford he was God.
Responsibility in the first place. That's why it's his deal. Because he can handle that.
He specifically said, when you pray, you're praying to me.
Love for Christina. That's my team, man. I don't have a circle. It's just that is my circle. Just Christina, God, and I. Feel me? So at the end of the day, we'll talk business real quick. I see Mr. Wofford. They told you that your prices are too high. For real, which is my whole
Look
point.
at that mug.
These folks can't stand seeing me happy too. So like, you're gonna keep seeing me happy. So that's why it's funny. Like, of course your prices are too high. You don't know anything about business. This is what I was saying. You have to have business knowledge. Okay, like, can we please make up our mind? You have to have business knowledge, right? In order to run a business. If you're going to have pricing and prices, right, for any kind of business, right, then, I mean, they need to be fair, and it's crazy because now Mr. Wofford
There you go.
is taking
That's
my
business
advice. I told you, he
101
keeps
right
listening, and he'll take my advice, but yet you
Name of the
rejected
title.
God and rejected
Business
God's offer.
101.
Remember, I'm God's plan no matter what. No matter where I'm at, no matter what I'm doing, no matter how I'm operating. You understand? Me, I look at life as a class, so I'm gonna pick up knowledge anywhere that God puts me anyway. Hold on.
Hold up.
Puts me or places me temporarily.
Walk past Mom's house.
I don't even think God's going to just be moving me around. I think that he's going to give me everything I've been wanting and asking for and crying for and begging for and need. He has my whole life. He's blessed me beyond belief, and that's all it is. These folks, they feel feels and they feelings because I'm God's favorite. And that's all I'm saying is you could just say that. All that other stuff, these things you're doing, like I said, I mean, there's a better way to go about doing things, brother. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. So, like I said, I mean, let them keep doing what they're doing because that's the whole, thing is your mentality will measure your latitude. Your attitude measures your latitude. Oh, I have a great attitude. I have a positive attitude. So you'll see the way that folks will try to paint me, I'm totally different because they're the ones in the wrong. They're the ones who are talking crazy, right? Look how strong your boy is, right? And today I didn't work out or train or anything. We didn't even do the martial arts I was going to, but skipped it today because of the rain. And it's good. I need to because I'm trying to let my hand heal right now. So that's why. And if I do whatever Christina told me, and I agree, probably should take a couple of days off of the training, which I hate to do, but I'm pretty much going to have to because this needs to heal and seal up and, so we can get back to what we were doing and move on about our business. And, some days off would probably really benefit me. I've been needing them. So, but we still got to get our money out here, regardless, we got to try to get our money and do our thing. So like I said, in business, right? In business, it's very simplistic. It's very simple. I mean, what did Frank Lucas say? He said, offer a product at a price that's cheaper than the competition, right? A product that's better than the competition at a price that's cheaper than competition. But see, Mr. Wofford, he doesn't know business, so he has to give a high price, which is, they have a name for what he's doing. What is it called? It starts with an S, right? So that's what them folks do, and then they wonder why they're online
Actually
typing,
starts with a
worried about Tyree
P.
Sneed every day. I don't know you. I've never met you. I mean, you know, clearly something about me just makes you feel something. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like,
An orangutan?
you know, you know, we gotta push forward, man. That dog sounds like it needs some attention and care and love. Honestly, that's what I'm saying. Folks will have a whole bunch of money, but neglect is a real thing, bro. Real talk. Seriously, not saying that's the case, but it could be. There'll be all sorts of problems in these rich neighborhoods. You'd be surprised. Sometimes more than the hood in the ghetto. There are so many of these little gnat bugs or these bugs with wings. It is crazy out here right now.
What the hell are
Can't even
these?
talk. Man, yeah, right there on my phone.
Gnat
It's crazy, man.
bugs.
Gnat bugs.
But, and I think that's a part of the times we're in. You know, the plagues are real. They're happening. That's part of it, I think. There's a lot happening. You know, this is the time. This is really God's time. Look at this. I think I'm kidding. Look, the boy is ripped. Huge.
You had the light bugs,
I mean,
now you got the
like I
gnat
said, man, we're
bugs.
just different. We're different. We're not the same. I mean, like I said, you know, y'all are trying to just get by and make a little money. That's not what I do. Like I said, I get a legal organization shut down. I get companies shut down. I expose all these companies, and nobody's exempt now. And now you know that. Like I
refresh
said,
my
no,
memory.
I told you the truth about
The one
McDonald's too.
song that I
Real talk.
need
And if they start talking
to
too
write,
much, I'll
the bell,
100%
Mary the
expose
goldfish.
publicly.
I don't
And
remember
there's a
where
lot.
Larry came from.
There's a lot of information. I don't have to do it on my main channel here. I can go to another channel if I want and do the same thing and be able to
I can't
talk freely.
remember. It was when he was
Because on here I talk a certain way,
ranting about
right? So,
GoDaddy.
like I said, I mean, you got to learn business, brother. I mean,
But I
like I
know
said,
you
I built bars
mentioned
for
Larry the
people over 6 years,
goldfish, but I
Congress.
have no idea
I
what
did
the
all the work
context
everywhere.
was.
Ask about me. It's Speakeasy where y'all sent TJ to go try to copy me and follow in my footsteps. So they see I have the blueprint for success, but they're looking at it wrong. It has nothing to do with anywhere I worked. It has nothing to do with none of that.
It's like,
Like I said, these people, they're exposing what is actually going on, how focused on me they are. I don't have to say what it's called. You know what that's called, you know, and they called it that themselves. So they're exposing themselves. And that's the thing is, like, again, I'm all right. There's no need for that. You know what I mean? I'm okay. You know what I mean? So, you know, for me, like, nah, I mean, I'm living my life.
You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
it's only
You know
so
what I
much
mean?
I can do.
You
That's
know
what
what I
we
mean?
don't get. If you're gonna say whatever, do whatever. I mean, okay, do your thing. I mean, nothing is gonna move me at all. Nothing is gonna phase me. I mean, I've learned that much by now. Nothing is gonna change anything for me or within my life. My life is always gonna be beautiful. That's the thing, bro. You can't. I told you, you can't get on phones and computers and accomplish nothing. Like, what are you talking about? That's just common sense. So, like I said, you see my life is beautiful. You see where we at, boy, right? You see how I'm built, right? You see what it is. So, at the end of the day, I mean,
I saw his nipple.
I don't care what folks are talking about. We have different careers, and that's the thing in society. Is you get around these people in society, they want to start labeling things they're not, and you know they can always try to pretend and use the pretendo thing, like, you know, oh, who is he, or
Pretendo.
who gave him the right, or who gave him authority, or what credentials does he
All the
have,
cool
who
kids
does he
got
work for, or what
pretendos.
job does he? None of that matters. So that's the whole thing. You live that way. It's a cowardly way to be and cowardly way to live.
I had the
That's how y'all do
Pretendo
things. That's why I always
64.
laugh at it. Like I said, I'm Achilles reincarnated. It makes perfect sense what I'm doing. I'm taking it back to the old school, and I'm showing and exemplifying how much power these habits, like 52 blocks in martial arts, actually have. I have the power to change anything, anywhere, to change the entire world because of my knowledge. You know, my business is doing great here. Right now, I'm just focused on this one. We're building others out of it. Hold on.
Hold up.
Holding.
We're building others out of it, and it's called compounding.
I'm going to slow it down a little bit.
I'm
going to go back to normal speed.
That's about it, and it works. You know, like I said, I'm building modeling agency, film production company. Anything I get into, I just expand. So, you know, while y'all are talking and you think that the game is about money or fake success, you don't even know what success is. None of you. It's the devil's secret to begin with. It really doesn't exist.
Pretendos, not Nintendos.
It's a personal thing. Success is different. So, like I said, I'm totally successful in what I'm doing, actually. And you all see me succeed every day. No, my job is to expand as a human being, to expand as who I am. My job is to continue to evolve to another level that is just so astronomically undeniable and on another level that nobody can touch me. I'm untouchable. That's the whole point of this. That's why I test the limits and push the limits and do all these things. Oh, I'm 100% knowing what I'm doing. I mean, some of it, it's not my doing, it's other people's, but at the end of the day, like, this is all part of God's plan. You know, my only job is to evolve and continue to grow. And that's what life is about, growth within yourself. So that's the thing. You can look at things the way you want to look at it. I mean, watch the videos. They're teaching you a philosophy that you narcs can't understand because you can't get over yourself. I could be in prison and still doing better than all of you. Much better. Seriously. I've accomplished way more in my life.
Yeah.
I have way more knowledge than you. Like I said, I mean, think about it. I mean, even if you were in there, if you were in that position, you're getting fed for free. All these other people, like what I have to do right now, we have to come out here and scrap just to provided for to some extent, right? Usually like 3 meals. They may not be the best, but hell, to me, a normal meal. I haven't had a normal meal.
He
in
wants
like
to go to
months,
jail.
maybe in like a year. It feels like almost. In like months. Hell, to me, a normal meal. I haven't had 3 meals. They not scrap just to try to eat. We're in there. If you were in that position, you're getting fed for free. All these other people, like what I have to do right now, we have to come out here and scrap just to try to eat. And there, you're provided for to some extent, right?
We got a
Usually,
forge
like 3
out
meals,
here,
they
dog.
may not be the best, but hell, to me, a normal meal. I haven't had a normal meal in like months, maybe in like a year. It feels like almost. Like real talk. I mean, I'll get one like occasionally, very rarely, but it's very, very rare. So, I mean, to me, 3 meals in a day. I mean, hell, that's heaven. That's unheard of. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, and look, and I have a better physique than the whole world.
3
I have
meals
like
a day.
Jail or prison is heaven.
And like I said, I mean, that was the whole point. Like, I'm never going to prison, and I'm never going back to jail. Like I said, I've done everything right, and I really don't appreciate those kind of statements, the alluding statements, and it just doesn't scare me. And that's what I want to continue to show people. Like I said, there's no reason to talk to me like that ever. There's a reason to talk to me with respect. When people say they're concerned or talking about concerning statements, what you should be concerned with is doing your job. What you should have been concerned with, right, is doing what I simply asked, which is your job. And that's the thing. You can't sit there and talk to nobody and just not do your job and refuse and then say, oh, I'm doing something, whatever. It doesn't work that way. There's laws in place. And if you're a corporation or a business, if somebody's talking to you, you have to do your job. It is not a choice. And if not, then you need to resign from that position immediately. The other person is not responsible for anything. They don't need to be patient with you. And that's what I'm showing you. I'll stand on that all day because it's completely right. No, that's not right, bro. People, if you want to talk to regular civilians like that, cool. If they have to cater to you and put up with it, fine. But I don't put up with nothing, and I don't have to. I'm a CEO.
Is YouTube censoring the
so
chat
no, it
in
sounds
here?
like you came across the CEO. Y'all ever heard Dame Dash talk? I talk kind of the same way, And Dame Dash, like, he had the right mentality, but he was a Mason. So, he made satanic sacrifices and sold his soul. You know what I mean? And I didn't. This is all self-built, independent. And
earlier, I was trying to make a comment that I wanted to tack weld him into his metal armor. And I tried like 3 different ways to write that, and it kept blocking it every time. I wasn't even swearing or anything.
No way.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I'll have to check the settings. I haven't changed anything.
Nah,
he's never had money. It's all fake. They just facilitate his environment and keep him broke. He's actually in the position I said all of you are in, which is modern day slavery. Shout out to Dame Dash. Enjoy that. So, like I said, I'm completely free, right? I'm completely different than all of them put together. And like I said, that culture and group, that's the position they're all in. They want to flex and act like they're peacocks and act like they're doing something.
I'll write that down. I'll check my settings later. But
like I said, it's royalty in a kingdom of dirt. I'm actually free. I actually make the rules in society. Like I said, my people built the prisons and jails. We run everything. We do what we want. It makes perfect sense. You're saying that I shouldn't be me. Yeah, that comes from the red triangles.
Hell, Sartan.
Like I said, all that was intentional. So I did the right thing. Like I said, I'm going to stand up to y'all every single time. I don't care what company you use. I don't care what department, what agency. I don't care who you go through or what avenue you use, because you can't just say how you feel or stand up and say anything, right? But either way, I'm going to shut everything down every time, and I'm going to stand up 100%. I'm going to make sure you know that you have no power over me. And that's what it's time for. See what I'm saying? So it's just like what Pac said, what Tupac said. Pac said, if people going to act like they super gangster,
yes,
right,
yeah,
they're going to have to deliver.
That'd be amazing. And makes another lap coming around us again. So he's got to calm down and be quiet.
You know how I feel. Real talk. We ain't trying to hear this stuff. Nobody trying to hear that. Real talk. Ooh, it's another toad. Toad. This stuff.
Go back a little bit.
You know how I feel. And I'm gonna keep.
Did somebody yell at him?
So yeah, like I said, this is my country, and I'm gonna keep telling y'all how I feel. Real talk. We ain't trying to hear this stuff. Nobody trying to hear that. Real talk. Ooh, it's another toad.
Hey, what the hell's that?
So it was a toad?
Yep.
Maybe he'll pick up the toad and carry it with you, and it'll eat the gnat bugs.
Or as he calls them, toad frogs.
Toad frogs.
You know, they're the same animal.
It must be a southern thing. I've heard that before.
What did you do, Joey? Oh, he's still no.
He's chasing a toad frog.
Those toads are cool. They're little toads, and then he runs away.
Oh,
yeah, I'm just gonna do one more lap, I think, and that's it. My feet are tired, legs are tired as hell. I'm walking all the time. Got stuff to do.
Like what?
So
sneak into your mom's backyard?
Like I said, it's very self-explanatory, man. You know, and that's my whole thing. It's just, like I said, people are powerless. Yeah, powerless. I'm not even concerned about that. I'm concerned about my job and what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm doing an amazing job being Batman. I'm super proud of myself. And that's the thing, you know, folks probably thought, oh, he's probably just doing it for fun or to be funny. That's what someone thought. They didn't realize, oh, he's
call those frogs in Colorado that make you trip balls.
Actually the toughest dude on the street at a street level, and has been doing way more and way worse my entire life. So I come from the real hoods.
Colorado
I came
River
up in
toad
in Atlanta. I mean, I survived in the Bluff. You know what I mean? So I mean, people can tell themselves what they like. I'm a chameleon. I'm a whole different type of animal and avenue. And I'm sure that these organizations like the Feds, FBI, CIA, I'm sure that they do follow me in unmarked vehicles, like we talk about. I'm sure, and it said that it wasn't for any other purpose, but that they're just like watching because they know I'm important. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like what I'm doing is really catching the attention of a lot of people, powerful people, or so-called powerful people. The truth is that nobody's powerful when it comes to me. That's the whole thing. What I'm doing here is on a much bigger scale and level. See, that's the thing. Like anybody who's in Brownsville or in the Valley here, their goal in life generally is just to make money or whatever, right? And be in the Valley, maybe go up to Austin. Most people here are pretty sheltered. They haven't been out much. I've been all over the country. I'm worldly. My dad lived all over the world. So we're just not the same. We have nothing in common because I'm a lot more well-rounded than anybody here. I've had a lot more life experience because I live quicker, because I live in a vibration of love. And this is not the world. This is a small part of it. You know, so that's the whole thing. Me, I want to get out of here by any means necessary. So that's half the reason too why I'm talking the way I'm talking and doing whatever. I don't care how it happens. I would like it to be in a good way, in a positive, nice way, but I really don't care. I want out. Like you don't get it. Like no, my situation is not conducive to me.
Anyone a Halloween fan?
It's not working, and I don't want to be here. And I've been saying it. I want to be elsewhere, really. Like by any means necessary. I want to be in a different city and state.
That's great.
But I want to have what I need. I don't want to be like on the street because I don't deserve that. You know what I mean? Now, if I had to do that to an extent for a little while before I get blessed,
actually, I have a Keeper of the Seven Keys T-shirt.
You know, that's the thing. Like, I'm not going anywhere until God moves me. But God just basically told me He's going to move me. This is crazy with these bugs out here, bro. And this is what I've been dealing with too. And this affects your mood too. There's millions of them.
He needs to get himself rubbing alcohol.
It makes it impossible to do anything, literally. But like I said, you know, I don't know. I mean, God told me that He's snatching me out of the chaos. So
You gonna
I
get
know
snatched, all right.
I believe in God, man. I believe in God's promise. I think he's going to pull me out of it. I truly do. I think he's going to pull me out of it, and maybe when I least expect it, like now. And I think he's going to get me on the road and give me all this money and opportunity. And like I told you, Christina is going to come save me no matter what, which is how it should be. Where he is, you know. So maybe that's part of God's plan. I don't know, but I believe in Christina. I know she loves me. She's very real, and I believe she already told me. Like I believe she told me she will come save me and rescue me. Like if that's what it takes, wherever I'm at. So, like I said, I mean, that's what you. Newsflash: somebody loves you. That makes me feel amazing. That really matters to me because it's the only hope I have. I don't have any hope left. None. You know, I have hope in God,
Awesome.
but you always get discouraged. I do have
His
hope and
only
faith
hope
in God.
is
I
a
never.
catfish
It's hard,
girlfriend.
but none. You know, I have because it's the only hope I have. I don't have any hope left. Because it's the only hope I have. I don't have any hope left. None. You know, I have
It's beautiful.
hope in God, but you always get discouraged and it's hard. But I do have hope and faith in God. I never lose faith, you know, but to have a sign of hope like that and be able to have hope in someone really helps. And I know that comes from God, you know, but like I said, I know that folks are watching me out there and watching my journey. I mean, that's the thing with me. I'm not fake. Like I said, I'm not just a valley dude, and I'm not saying anything except
Valley
positive stuff,
dude.
but I'm just saying that I don't categorize people or things, but I see what it is, and I'm just saying, you know, your normal dude that you meet, if they're from down here or wherever they're
Every
from, let's say
dude
they're
that
from
you
Austin.
meet when you walk
They're generally
down the
people
street.
who are local people. They're not like me where they've traveled and been all over the US and know how things are in every hood and ghetto. Like that's very rare to find a jewel like me. It really doesn't exist because you got to have money to
A
do it. Most people
jewel like
have not
me.
seen the kind of money I have in my life. Pretty much nobody. Nobody's really seen it. Most people, the majority of people have not seen what I've seen. Not even anywhere close. You know what I mean? At most, I'd say maybe like 10% of the whole world has gotten anywhere close to me financially. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all can't talk money with me. Like I said, why not just be positive, man? My reality existed no matter how you feel. My truth happened and exists every day, no matter how you feel. My accomplishments exist every day without your validation. And you know, feeling some way about that is only validating it and me more. Folks are never going to learn. They're never going to learn. They're never going to learn that all y'all do is help me. That's all you've ever done. I'm the Batman. Oh, that got me by surprise. I'm the Batman.
What the hell is that?
And you're... Man, these bugs. Hold on. These bugs is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, like I said, I mean, at the end of the day,
Was that a truck
it is what it is.
driving by wet roads
At
or
the
an
end of the day,
airplane?
it's going to be what it's going to be.
What the hell was
And
that?
it's just, you know, you have to have a good positive attitude, man. You know, and that's my whole thing. Like, it
And
ain't
the
me.
neighbor was
It's
outside,
all
so now
these
he
other
talks
folks
positive.
around me, right? And sometimes people's energy, it affects you. And this is why I said all these folks could have done their job day one, you know, and me, I'd be able to be in a better mood. I'm happy every day. You understand? All those energies, they're not my energies. They're other folks. And they're me.
Your
just
other
saying,
personalities?
No, that's your energy and you're going to keep it over there. That was the weirdest thing ever because I just saw that light and I don't think that was my light. What the hell?
What the hell
Oh,
is
it's
that?
this reflection. Okay. It's on the window. But none really scares Batman at all. I get excited and curious.
Yeah, it'd be great if they're.
That's the thing too. Like, I'm not afraid of the night. I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm not afraid of walking out in the forest, like right this area. I'm not afraid of none of that. Like,
as he's
I think it's
terrified.
cool. I just, I also have to follow rules. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we're just different, man. We ain't built the same
What a pussy.
at all. None of us. And like I said, I mean, I just think it's funny. I think it's funny how Mr. Wofford keeps saying things that I said. Now he said, because you got to help yourself before you can help others. Right? That's what I taught you.
Yeah. So see,
That's
he
what I
is.
told you. So why don't you just pay homage and say, man, he's a real businessman. See, why don't you just talk from a real place? But no, you have to,
We have
be
not been
passive
able to
aggressive
answer that
and
question,
talk some
CIA.
other way. And then at the end of it all, right, when it's years down the
It's
road,
one of
they're
the
going to be
two.
like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and that makes it okay. No, no, you know what you're doing. You know how you're talking. You know what you're saying, and you'll all be held responsible and accountable. Period. You know what I mean? In every regard. Like I said, and the thing is, folks, they're worried about courtrooms. They're worried about this. They're worried about that. Everybody answers to me. I don't got to run to courts for my issues because I'm above the courts already. That's half the reason why I did this. See, this is the thing. I know how to have real power.
It's a good idea.
This is not something anyone else can do because the power is within me. That's why the devil comes for me so hard, because you see the power within me. See what I'm saying? It's not about just how I look. It's not about, oh, he's ripped or he's in shape or strong or beautiful. Look at me. Right? I'm the best looking man was ever created. Are you serious? I've been this my whole life. Yeah, I've been through hell, and my smile's still beautiful. I look perfect. I got fangs.
Oh shit. That's a terrible one, but I'll take it.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. Like, what you mean? You know what I mean? Folks, is funny. You know what I mean? Like I said, y'all worried about courtrooms and all this nonsense. Worry about me. The whole world answer to me. I don't care who you are. I'm Batman, dude. That means I'm going to be scheduling and creating my own missions, my own operations, just like in The Dark Knight Returns, which I want to try to watch some tonight. And he tells her, he says, he tells her and gives her instructions. It's Robin is a woman in it, and he's telling her, giving her instructions. So I mean, that's the thing. Like, I schedule and create my own missions, whatever they are. I protect Gotham, which is for now is the Valley in here. I do all the real things, and I protect it from unseen forces. So the thing that I'm kind of believing, and what I notice, is I think that people, I really don't appreciate that these evil people always say something that isn't just towards me. It's towards all the people down here. It's towards all the people just in general. And then they try to act like I'm them. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I didn't say these things. You did. I think the people down here are smarter than you give them credit for. I think the folks down here, even within these different groups and agencies and
I've
departments,
never given the
I think
people
they're smart enough to say,
Brownsville
this is
intelligence
really what
credit
the
rating.
guy does. This is his career. So, it is what it is. Like, we gonna let him do his thing, no matter what happens. I don't think that down here, I'm just saying this truthfully. I mean, I really don't think that they would try to give me a hard time. I don't. I've been very nice. They put me through hell. I went through a bunch down here, and I've still been nice to everybody. I think that's another toad. I've been nice and diplomatic. I've tried to be polite, even in person, with the people who did it all to me. I've been nothing but nice. I mean, I deserve to be treated right. I don't think that down here anyone would ever bother me. I don't think that they would listen to anyone. Like, literally, I don't think, if it was from other places, other states, other cities, I didn't think they would listen to them. I think they'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever, and hang up the phone. They're gonna say, that's Batman, bro. Batman is doing what he's supposed to do. That's what any normal person. I talked to a guy today real quick. He was super cool. Shout out to you if you watch the channel. I told him the channel name. He was super cool, and he got it. He got what I was doing. One of the first people I've talked to in a while that really gets it. I thought that was cool. That conversation made me feel better and good about myself. It's cool to meet like-minded people, whether, when it's like dudes that are like in shape and work out and train, and they get the point of being a man. I mean, I'm just trying to be the best man I can be. I'm not perfect. I'm me, but I've proven to be the most patient man ever. I have a temper, but I'm in control of it, and I just
Really?
use it when it's necessary.
Beat your
Everything I
mom?
do is implemented. I'm in full control of my emotions, so I don't make mistakes. So that's what people have to think about
Death
when these
threats to
people are doing what they're
Eddie
doing.
workers?
It's because they're scared. They're trying to stop me from winning, and that's my only thing. Is like it's like Biggie said. My only issue is with those that me, I will thee. Go look up the lyrics. My only issue is with the people who are trying to hold me back. Just like in The Dark Knight Returns, what he says, you try to hold me back, but you're weak. You know it in your soul. You're nothing but a hollow shell. And it shows him going through what he went through, right? Batman with his parents. And that actually happened to my father. So I'm Batman. The story is real. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I went through exactly that in a little bit different form. You know what I mean? And it really is sad. And I've had so much pain within my life that's my thing. When someone tries to, do these things, I mean, nah, bro. Yeah, hell no. Like I said, over here, we don't play about that and we don't play like that. So we just make sure that people come at us correct. And that's it. Like I said, these are folks who didn't make it in anything anywhere. These are folks who went to the club and they probably got rejected. I wasn't like that. I went to the club. I had, you know, everybody trying to holler. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And that's usually what it's about is looks and the fact that I'm beautiful and I get a lot of attention. And that's all it is. I already know that's all it is because some of them I met in person and I saw that reaction right in front of me. And I mean, they lost it, because I'm beautiful. I mean, and be that way. I mean, that's just not even tolerated. So that's my whole point. Nah, like, no, we don't need to we don't need to get along, nothing. I mean, like, it is what it is, like, straight up. You know what I mean? Let's get to it. You feel me? And that's my whole thing. People want to talk. What are you talking for? People want to talk online. For what? I'm an enforcer. I changed the game. I'm real. It's all real over here. There's nothing fake. This is what I do for a living. I'm stronger than all of you combined. So, I mean, what's up? I mean, the fact is that that's easy. Like, none of that is even a problem. You know what I mean? That's nothing. Are you serious? That's the thing. Like, they can't even entertain the possibility of me ever losing. Bro, I do this for a living. And the things and whatever I come up against is on a way higher level, way bigger. It's totally different, bro. So, I mean, all that other stuff, it's a waste of my time, brother. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm going to wrap it up right now. But just understand that when you're doing business, man, you got to have a certain mindset. Y'all have different goals, like I said. So, Mr. Wofford, his goal right now is to try to fake it till he make it and pretend he making moves. And in the process, he's still not going to win or make it. Again, I'm going to remind you because your business plan has no basis. You have no base to operate out of. Again, the generator will run out of gas. The van will break down. It's that simple. And you will not be able to go anywhere and you won't be able to get water. And then you'll be after that shortly in Deming, begging. And at that point, considering what Trump is doing, you can kind of see how that's going to go, that you may get arrested. Okay. And this is just the truth.
Yeah, CIA. He said he was going to do one more lap, like 2 laps ago.
So
he's probably waiting.
Like I said, I mean,
who knows?
You should have listened.
Speculation.
Any money that you're making, you should be investing it into building a base. And the fact is that the business model that you're trying to create doesn't exist because it wasn't a business model. It was your only option. It was desperation that you're operating out of. Therefore, you cannot build a business or make it or win in desperation. Common sense. The same point I got all these criminals and all these illegal groups at now because of everything I've done, because I'm winning. All I do is win. I got them all right where I want them. And like I said, I'm out here. I'm wealthy, which is what rich is. Rich is a state of mind, and I look beautiful, and I do more with less. So what do you mean? I mean, that's a genius. A guy who can do that can come back to square one after I got targeted and set up a million times for making too much money and more money than your entire government combined. That's my point. Do you think a guy like that's going to turn around and then play with the same government and same corporations that did that to me? It ain't play time, bro. I ain't coming to play. No, you the enemy. Let it be known. See, this is why I told them, and I looked a lot of these folks straight in the eyes like this and said, "There's no fear here," and they look shook. Oh, y'all always look scared, bro. I see that look of fear. Always. I don't have it. Things don't scare me like that and catch me off guard. That's about it. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I mean, it is what it is. You know, I mean, the folks on here that doing the games they do, and for a rude awakening every day with God, karma, and with me, and God going to use me. I am your karma. I'm your
check DM CIA
reckoning. So, other than that, I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter who you run to, who you involve, they'll lose too. Bring it. See, that's the point. When you got people that, you know, like I said, they can't stand on their own. Like, you can try to do whatever you can. And I feel like that's almost like it's just part of what's supposed to happen, possibly, as hard as it may be sometimes. I think it's just part of it because it's kind of part of what made me Batman. So I have to thank you because nonetheless, you've given me so much success because I'm a boss. I mean, you really taught me a lot without trying. You know, your intention wasn't to teach me anything or help me, but you did. And you made me grow and evolve as a person because I alchemize and I do the right thing and I take negatives and I turn them into positives. So it is what it is. You feel me? I don't know what else to tell you. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. You know, like I said, I'm just saying my goal is to get corporate America shut down and all these illegal organizations. I'm coming up against gangs. I'm coming up against everyone. I've already shut all of them down, and there's going to be more in the future. So at the end of the day, people can say and do what they like. That's fine. I don't care, but we don't have the same goals or career. So, you know, that's the thing. There's no competition going on. Y'all are just worried about money and nonsense. Money doesn't even dictate anything about who I am. So that's the thing. Maybe I'm not necessarily trying to keep my freedom. Maybe I'm not trying to not struggle or not go through things. See, I embrace the day of my life. And nobody has control over me. And that's really what it is with y'all. So, I mean, you can focus on that issue all you want. It's just going to have you leave with a frowny face. Service with a smile, baby. See what I'm saying? So keep doing you because you're just doing it to yourself. But me, it doesn't matter what I go through. That doesn't dictate anything. My life is beautiful because of the struggle. I thought struggle was beautiful my entire life. See, I have a whole different journey than you. It's basically having bland chicken, which you got, and having rich, fried, you know, greasy, delicious chicken. That's what my life is. The best fried chicken you could ever have.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
damn,
Golden
that's some
brown,
good chicken.
golden brown, texture like
ever.
sun, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like me, y'all wish that you could be me. You wish you could walk in my shoes. You want to live my life, and you just can't. I got purpose within my life, 100%. I can never do any wrong. You know why? Because God loved me and I'm God's favorite. And again, nobody, not these corporations, not corporate America, not none of you, not the establishment, not corrupt departments, not nobody in this world is God. God is God.
Cool.
And I'm telling you right now, God is going to show you his authority. He's going to show you through me every day, through this divinity that I have, because I'm a divine being. And he's going to show you by his own accord. God told me vengeance is mine. So I already know God is moving. God is handling everything. I'm seeing it every day. You know, there's stories on the news every day. So I'll holler. I'll talk to y'all later, man. Like I said, just understand we're not in the same lane, bro. Stay in yours. You know what I mean? You want to take advice from me? Pay homage. Say, yo, I got this from Tyree. You know, when you reference things and say you gotta, you know, take care of yourself before you can help others. That's a fact. That's what I taught you, Mr. Wofford. So cite your sources. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
And
Like
he's
real
still
talk. Like
going.
put me in your bibliography and turn in your term paper. All right, classes in session. Because I'm a real CEO. And you just talking to somebody who's on a whole nother level than you, Mr. Walford. Come on, bro. I got raised by my father. He's a UT graduate lawyer. Grandfather was a Supreme Court judge. My grandfather. I mean, I come from a much, better off, much more knowledgeable, way smarter, way more intelligent group of people and family than anybody. You know what I mean? Real talk. So, I mean, you should listen and try to pick up the jewels. That's right. You're doing right with that. But just pay homage. You know what I mean? I know how to live life. I know what I'm doing. And I know that I don't back down. And I know that I don't do vibrations of fear. And I know that I don't shrink to make other people feel comfortable. And that's what I've done and represent. And I stand on it 100%. No, I mean, everything I tell anyone and anything I said to y'all. You understand? It's 100% what you should be told. I'm a CEO, right? And I'm going to be respected and treated right. Hell, Dame Dash wasn't even respected with Jay-Z, and he was a fake CEO. I'm independent. I built this myself. So you ain't got a choice but to respect me, right? Or you can get off my tour bus. That's how this works. And we may be going on an actual tour, on a tour bus. So Christina and I. So
Oh shit.
I'll talk to y'all later. There's a million bugs, bro. I'll talk to you in a minute. Much love. But yeah, man. I'll try to teach you more how to build a business. Like I said, all we did was offer to help you, Mr. Walford. We off. I don't know where you got all that other stuff from. I mean, it just proves that you're not in touch with reality. I offered to go over there
He's
to
still
help you
going,
build
Daisy.
your business because you need help and you can't do it on your own. You understand? So, I mean,
He's already
like I said,
signed off twice, and he's still going.
at this point, I don't really know if I'm going to be doing that. I don't know. You know what I mean? I have no reason to, but I have forgiveness and God is God. So, we'll see. I don't know. But I mean, like I said, I'm just a very real man and I'm a very tough man and I'm very resilient. So I know that I could go out there and actually get everything built. I would need some money and help. And, I consistently, you could say what you want, but even if it's not a whole lot of money, I get consistent donations on here. That's something you should ask yourself. Why am I winning people over, even the people that claim to be against me or were against me? I'm winning people over gradually, day by day. I'm bringing people to God. And that's the most powerful thing I can do. That's going to give me rewards in heaven you can't even imagine. So that's what I'm here to do is bring people to God. Of course, I'm going to go through, you know what? That's what everybody goes through, especially a prophet. I'm going to go through that. That's a given. And why? Because these folks, they have a lack of faith. And that's not my burden to carry. But yes, I'm going to go through things. I'm going to be put through things in front of you. You know what I mean? I've been through a million betrayals. It ain't nothing. It doesn't stop me. Like I said, people just got to understand with me, I'm Batman because it's my passion. I'm Batman because I want to go out in the street hard body like I do, but with a tumbler and a bat pod and really do the real thing and get busy. Like I'm trying to get in action in the mix every day. That's the difference between you and I is y'all are living in fear. So you want to talk about money, but you're not a martial artist ninja, okay, that's training how to basically like, you know, walk through brick walls and teleport and stuff, and really training. And you're not someone who enjoys pain and enjoys getting
Teleportation.
busy. So I mean, y'all don't have the heart or courage and capability to do what I do. None of you, because I'm an actual superhero. So I'm just saying, it is what it is. Let people learn their lesson on their own. The people who keep typing, that's fine. God will teach you your lesson. I assure you. That's all I have to tell you, But this act of trying to talk like you've controlled anything, y'all tried that in the past. And I told you, nothing that's happened here has been an accident. Nothing that's happened has been because of anything anybody told me online, right? You need to really stop trying to take credit for situations and things that are of my own accord and like, you know what I mean, that are going on. Now, if you're having an effect because you're talking some way online, well, cool. Then you're going to have to keep that same energy when we get to court because they're going to figure out, oh, you were affecting, how he was doing things and feeling, right? Common sense. Anybody would feel that way, right? So, I mean, that's what's going to come out in court. So you're telling on yourself. And when you're using names, you're helping my federal lawsuit because there's people who are actually using names, like I said, of people in corrupt departments. Yeah, right here. So I mean, if that's what you want to do, like I said, notice the key word. You're the one doing that. So you keep doing these things because your intentions are so clear that you're trying to create a situation that's not there because you're super jelly of me and my life.
I think learning to teleport is going to be a new jam.
Doesn't mean that I have
That's
to
the
take
next one in the key.
or entertain or engage with you or entertain what you're talking about.
Like learning to fly,
but
Pink Floyd.
It's going into a lawsuit. It's going to get sent to a lawyer. And when a lawyer sees that, oh, that's a huge deal, bro. And any name that you're mentioning, okay, from a corrupt department or anywhere, they have the potential to be losing their job and end up in prison. Understand that. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know, like I said, what kind of folks talk like that and do the things these folks do every day. They're an illegal organization. Yeah. Again, it's not difficult to do the right thing, but it just is what it is. Like I said, it's not my thing to worry about. God told me this is not your thing to do. This is, just let it be. So that's what I'm going to do now. All right. So, like I said, I'm doing everything right. This is what it takes. I operate on a whole different level. We operate above the feds, baby, of straight gangsters in the bill. You already know about this. And it is what it is, man. Like I said, I'm looking to do nothing but expand the right way. That's the thing. People want to talk about careers. Hey, I could go and make this any kind of company or career I want, but then I wouldn't be Batman. You know what I mean? Then I'd be allowing the government to put their hand in what I'm doing and influence it. And then all of a sudden there's no human spirit in it. That's why I keep it an idea and keep it who I am. Like he said, become an ideal. That's what I've done. If you become more than just a man, right? If you become an ideal and they can't stop you, then you become something else entirely, which is legend, Mr. Wayne. And that's what I've already become. So eat it. I'm successful.
Eat it, bitches.
Enjoy eating my success, or I'll talk to you later.
And he is in either the house or the bathroom. Lottery Factory. What the hell was that? So that was that.
The hell was that?
The hell was that? Yeah. All right. So that's that. Business 101. Hope you guys learned something how about construct a home business or any type of business you may want to fucking get into for yourself.
Well, the first thing you need is a bunch of gnat bugs.
True. What do we have that resemble gnat bugs around here? Spiders and centipedes? Why not?
Joey Sneed, a soul so worn, kicked to the curb, his heart forlorn by a fake catfish girlfriend. God's cruel hand and his mama final stand. Now he's walking solo, streets his home, spiders and centipedes, his only friends to roam. He's lost his way in a world that's cold. A 5150 charge, the price to pay if he's called back home. God's laughter echoes a distant hum. His mom's rejection, a final drum. The catfish flies away above the sea, left Joey Sneed with nothing to repeat. Now he's walking solo, streets in home, spiders and centipedes, his only friends to future uncertain, forever to last. Now he's walking solo, streets his home. Spiders and centipedes, his only friends to roam. He's lost his way in a world that's cold. A 5150 charge, the price to pay if he's caught back home.
Don't get a 5150 tonight, guys. That guy, thank you. Chat, now you got to go and get. Appreciate you. See you later.